You said that your dating life is like a Tubi movie.
No, my dating life is very low budget.
Because I'm licensed in California, my single clients, I'll tell them, you gotta move.
So California is not the place.
I knew my soulmate wasn't in LA.
On this episode of Nick Cannon at Night, she's a rising star in the space of hip-hop, is Gina Views. She's a licensed marriage and family therapist, and the author of The 4 Intimacy Styles is Dr. Vivianna Coles.
Welcome to Nick Cannon at Night. We're gonna get to it. Honestly, y'all gotta bear with me. I literally just came from the hospital. We got in a car accident this morning, so I had to get stitches above my eye. So if I start getting loopy or something like that, let me know.
Hold on to you.
Yeah, we got it. But this is the show where we have conversations about love, sex, relationships with the experts and our close friends. So we get straight to it. And just to set the tone, I need everybody to put their drinks in the air one time. Woo! And Doc got 2. It's time for that nightcap. Now, the way we do nightcaps, we got to see if it's truth or cap. Now, if it's cap, you don't drink. If you believe this to be true, you drink. Couples who post each other more on social media report being happier in their relationship.
No.
It's a cap.
Cap. Cap.
I say cap. Cap. Y'all right.
Yeah.
Posting each other, constantly doesn't mean bliss. It can actually signal insecurity. So might just be smoke and mirrors. Doc, tell me about, go in deeper on that.
So this happens a lot with couples that you'll see online. They're posting date night every single night, elaborate gifts, the holding hands while you're looking away, all of that.
Oh yeah, that was shot on IG where the girl be having her hand out.
Are you guilty of it?
No.
But yeah, a lot of them, what they're trying to do is, first of all, I think it's okay. It's positive, right? But if you're doing it constantly and for the gram, and then the minute they take the picture, boom, they go back to like ignoring each other, that's probably a sign that there's trouble in paradise. So just make sure that you're actively connecting with your partner, not just doing it when the camera's on.
When it's organic, when it's natural, it's fine. But if you're just doing it just for the gram.
Exactly. Make sure you're having a balance of both private moments and maybe public.
Mm-hmm. Don't do it for the likes, do it for the love.
Oh, I love that. We need a shirt. I need a shirt. I called it.
All right, well, let's get to it. Let's see who we can help this episode.
Hey, Nick and Night. My name is Shanae, and I got a question. How come ghosting has been such an acceptable norm nowadays? It's like communication is just so like we just don't know how to have any communication. Accountability is why when you don't like somebody no more, you just don't say, hey, I'm no longer interested. Hey, I want to pursue somebody else. Hey, your breath stank. Why the we just be okay with just saying nothing? I don't know. I just feel like when somebody does something like that to me, I just want to be their ass. I don't know. Can you explain?
Okay, violence. She got violent at the end. I feel it. So, Doc, obviously, you're the expert. I'm going to let you handle it. But it just seems like she's been ghosted before. And she's trying to figure out why people no longer communicate like human beings. Or they just disappear on and then now she want to whoop somebody's ass. Because she's been ghosted so many times.
Yeah. Well, she said she doesn't know why it's becoming so much more acceptable. Is it acceptable to ghost anybody ever?
Hell no.
No.
It's not acceptable, but it's normalized.
I was about to say.
Oh, wow. Okay. So what I will say is that the majority of people who ghost, because I've spoken to people who do, they say that they do it because they're trying to avoid a confrontation.
Right. Or safety.
That's what I was going to say. Very rarely, but it does happen where people are like, I don't want to have a confrontation that could turn into something unsafe. So they're scared. But most of them just say it wasn't worth the trouble.
That energy that they were bringing towards me is not even worth entertaining anymore.
Well, no, not even so much that. It's not in retaliation. It's just, I don't want to have to deal with them and they're not worth my time. So then they ghost.
Well, it seemed like she said like even if your breath stank and stuff like so. It sounds like she's taking a couple of steps to be in front of the person and be around the person, and then it just didn't work out.
Yeah.
So I feel like that hurts the ego. Like if you go out on a date and you thought the date was cool, and then all of a sudden that person's not returning your text, or you know, they done moved out of town or something like that.
Well, yeah, they don't want to maybe hurt someone's feelings,
Right.
but
I feel like that's wrong.
to what?
To like, if we hung out and we
then-
got to know each other and then you just disappeared,
Yeah.
that's disrespectful.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, but what's wrong with
disrespectful.
you though?
But
We gotta do some self-reflection now.
but that's what I'm saying.
Why keep ghosting you?
She said bad breath. She's like, you might need a couple out toys before the date.
Oh, sure. No, I think people are scared. People don't want to waste the energy. And I think in worst case scenario, it's something that they're like, well, it worked last time, so I'm just going to do it again.
I think I can speak to some experiences, specifically because in therapy, I've learned that I do retreat. You know, I avoid conflict. I have, what is it, avoidant?
Avoidant.
Yeah, so instead of like having beef with somebody, or even if I found out something about you or something, I'll just fall back. Opposed to like dealing with it because I was like, look, that's really not worth my energy.
So unfortunately, that makes it to where improving the relationship or keeping the relationship going in the future is kind of off the table.
I don't know you. That's like,
Yeah.
like
I don't know you and I don't care about you is what you're saying.
Yeah, kinda. I mean, if I'm taking accountability, that the times in the past where I have ghosted, it was just like, ooh, I see the signs. I got a good spirit of discernment. I'm gonna fall back.
Yeah.
But it's probably not the healthiest way. I probably should have communicated. But then if I would have communicated something to him, I probably would have lied to him. I probably would have said,
sparing their feelings.
You know what I mean? So it's probably easier for me to not lie, to just ghost.
Definitely easier, but if you care about maybe...
But I don't know them well enough to care about them.
No, if you don't care, you don't care, and you're just going to ghost. But if you want to give somebody some positive feedback, especially if they're in the dating pool, then you might want to say something constructive.
I mean, see, because you're married and things like that.
Very married.
So you know you don't have to deal with the dating scene. And then to the probably the most important reason for ghosting, which I completely understand, is in a woman's scenario that they're on the scene and then all of a sudden this dude is giving creep vibes. And, you know, that's really a good reason to be like, ooh, he's either potentially stalking, going way too hard or all that stuff.
So on the other end of that, because sure, yes, that happens. But on the other end of that is that this person now might see you out dating someone else and think, well, wait,
Stalker.
I think we're still together.
Stalker.
That might cause problems.
That's called mental health.
Some people will say, we're together until you tell me otherwise. So if you don't say anything, we're still together.
Wow. So then, okay, so to help her out and anyone else in here, what is the easiest and most effective way to tell someone I no longer want to interact with you?
Thank you so much for spending time with me. I don't think that we're really aligned on where we're going, and I wish you well.
Oh, that's mature.
I'm calling you tomorrow.
That's how ChatGPT tell me to reply.
Good advice, Doc. All right, let's see who else we can help out.
What's up, Nick at Night? J Love Raps here. One thing I want to talk about is, why does it seem like the process to reaching the best version of a woman now has like a video game kind of setup? You know, like I've talked to a number of women and they express that like you have to unlock these versions of them for them to be, you know, in existence in a dating or relationship. And I'm just trying to understand, why is it like that? Why do I have to have this like magic skeleton key and show up every day and give 100% just for you to give 70 in promises that like the 30 will show up if I remain consistent and do everything right? That just don't seem right to me. Like, because then you'll have two people like trying to hold back or match energies and this and that. I think it's a recipe for disaster, and both people should just show up the most authentic selves from the beginning. What do you think?
My man makes some good points.
I
think the ladies may be just trying to relate to him with the video game thing, but it's more, he has an interesting point based off of if he says he's showing up as his authentic self, but he has to unlock to get to the real woman. it's not a fair assessment when you're dating.
So
because I think everybody gives you their representative.
True, but if you're probably one of two people. You start off with all the trust until you lose it, or somebody else who starts off with no trust until you earn it. So and those two people might find each other. And so if you're being vulnerable from the get-go, that could be kind of scary or off-putting for somebody who's like, I'm not going to share that with you. I barely know you. And vice versa.
You know what you think?
I think I need to do to what they've been doing. I've been showing up at level 10 already. But yeah, no, I don't think everybody deserves you fully. I think
So
that
you
do have
do
to
need
unlock.
to
Yeah.
hold back a little bit. But then that's not fair to the men. That's trying to say, I'm giving you my all from the gate so you know who I am.
If I come out the gate cooking, you come to my house every day and you raw. You gonna be like,
That's called love, Gina.
no, that's not love. That's not love. That's the devil. That's the problem now.
Raw sex
no.
and good cooking, that's love.
Not on level 1.
That's what we aiming for.
You gotta unlock some levels first, or you're not gonna appreciate it.
That is very true.
But when you feel like you're pulling teeth to get information or to get someone to like show vulnerability or even just share parts of themselves that they don't share with just anybody, that gets boring and old too. That's a lot of work. It's exhausting.
He might be dating unhealed women who have experience, in their experience, they've given men too much. And now, you know what, I gotta learn from this and not give you so much and take baby steps to it.
Well, here's the thing. I do get a lot of people who say, well, I just don't want to fall so much in love because what if we break up? I don't want to fall in love. It's going to hurt too much. By the time you're there, it's already going to hurt. It's already going to hurt whether you've given somebody or shown them yourself or not. Because guess what? When y'all do break up and you hadn't, you're going to think, well, would it be different if I had?
Right.
So it's like a whole thing. He's right. It's a dance. But this whole video game analogy of like, what's the final boss going to be? It's a little intimidating, I can imagine.
But like to your point, I mean, just being outside, especially in this generation in Los Angeles, like it's like you gotta have your guard up. You know, just again, safety first, protecting yourself, and then your heart, because we've talked about this before. It's something specifically about, I won't say this town, but if you're in this world, in this field that we kind of operate in, everybody's hustling, everybody's grinding. So they're not thinking about you. They're thinking about how far they can go or what they can get from you or what, they trying to make their bag. So even if they do like you, they're not giving you authenticity. They're giving you either what can I get from this person? What do I have to offer in order to get what I want from them? And so then it's not an authentic exchange. But also I've learned, like, I used to be like, oh, I'm matching energy. But I realized that's toxic as well, that you actually got to set the standard.
If it's not authentic.
Yeah, so just set the standard and don't match energy. Like, just be who you are, and hopefully they'll elevate to who you are.
Yeah, well, being from Texas, thank you. Good job.
Thank you.
I think being really conscious of what your intentions are along the way, but also communicating them with the other person, with your potential partner, goes a long way in understanding each other and moving through the phases of love and developing your relationship. But it must be very tough to date in a world that can be so transactional. I have often, because I'm licensed in California, my single clients, I'll tell them, you got to move.
Wow, really?
Just get out. Because this does not...
California is not the place to be single or to find
especially LA.
Sorry, y'all.
Especially LA.
Well, where should we go?
There's a lot of statistics that show like where couples are most successful, and Texas is like #1 on the whole thing because of their value system.
I mean, not all values are shared, but hopefully couples that come together and decide to get married do have joint values.
Yeah, their value system, when I say that, I mean like they believe in like monogamy and marriage and the family infrastructure of a nuclear family.
Lots of structure.
Where other places like LA and New York and Florida, they like
It's the wild, wild
yeah,
west.
they turning up. They just ready to have a good time where, you know, marriages start a lot younger in places like Texas and people in the middle America.
And we don't have a lot of, we're not in the show business over there. I mean, Austin is starting to bring it in a bit, but yeah, that is very difficult to date in that.
So location.
Always.
All right,
Always.
I knew my soulmate wasn't in LA.
well, he's somewhere though. Speaking of, Jim, we got an expert here, and I've heard you talk a lot. I've heard you said something that had me rolling. You said that your dating life is like a Tubi movie. What does that mean?
I be saying anything. No, my dating life is very low budget. I love Tubi though. I'm like knee deep in Tubi.
Yeah, we love Tubi. We love Tubi. But is it the people you dating that they're low budget? Like they just not reaching your standards?
I don't mean low budget literally, but low budget in the sense of I feel like I keep dating people who aren't secure within themselves. So then they meet me and it's like, they'll be like, well, why you like me? I don't got blah, blah, blah. I'm not this or...
Oh,
I
insecurities.
don't rap like whoop-de-whoop or...
Especially because you're around successful people and famous people all the time. So does that... And do you feel you much rather date someone that's not in the industry or like some of the guys that you may have on your show or that you discuss? And you just want a nice, quiet relationship? Or are you attracted to those... entertainer. You got friends.
Yeah.
You got friends behind you, so you gotta tell the truth now. Do you want one of them ballers or?
We need to ask her.
They telling all the tea right
Group
here.
chat is right behind me.
Yeah, right.
I don't mind. I haven't dated in so long that at this point, I don't know exactly what it is that I want. I just know what I don't want. So as long as I'm attracted to the person and I could wear his hoodie while he in it. Like that's all.
You can be all up in them.
Yeah, I just want to be all up in them. But no, it doesn't matter. I would prefer an athlete though, or what camera is on me?
Yeah. One of them, one of them $100 million.
I take a Ram or a Charger later, a Dodger. But yeah, no, that's what it's been though. It's like I've been dating people who aren't. They just don't feel secure dating me. They feel like I'm looking at the next guy or the next person with more money than them, and it's like that's not even the truth. And I also haven't dated anybody that I feel protected around.
That's a good point on. Clearly, you have so much confidence. You're doing extremely well for yourself.
Thank
so that
you.
will be intimidating to somebody who's attempting to do that, and we talked about this before, like, don't date potential.
Right.
But sometimes potential is all someone has, and my potential against someone who's already successful, that I can see where that could be off balance.
It can be off balance, but sometimes those opposites attract. Like in the real world, the logistics of having two really bright stars trying to build a life together, they can sometimes burn out really quickly. We hear that a lot in LA, especially in Hollywood. But I think it's more important that you put that out there. Like she's putting that out there into the world. I want someone. Now you said you did want an athlete.
Or Kofi.
Why do you want an athlete?
I like the way they shape.
Oh.
Yeah.
I like the way they
Like
shape.
every single kind of sport.
I just want somebody that just tower over me. They just big.
Okay.
They be big.
And that she can fit in their hoodie
I
while
want
they
to
still
feel
in it.
protected.
Okay, but how are things going to happen on like work in the bedroom? Because sometimes big bodies and small bodies.
Hey, it might look like.
But it's heavy though. She said she can handle that, Doc. That's hilarious. All right, well, let's see if we can help somebody else out. This time we got a text. Let's see what they talking about. Do you think distance really tests a relationship between the two people to see if they are strong enough to fight for each other or not? Doc, I'll let you handle that.
Okay. So unfortunately, one of the downfalls of being in a long distance relationship is that you don't get to go through all of the milestones during the normal time. So usually it just extends it longer. So you're getting to know each other. You're not really experiencing the like living together issues really early on. It's something that you'll like learn at year 5 instead of year 1. And you know, that can make it last longer, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you're closer or more connected. But if you are trying to be in a long distance relationship that is actually very connected, then you want to try to create some standards like don't go more than 2 weeks without seeing each other when possible. Make sure you're still checking in with each other. Do a lot of FaceTime, maybe some sexting, a lot of sexting. No,
And how
you say
does
no?
one sex, Doc?
You know better than I would.
How I started off. Tell me how to just get it cracking.
Yeah, the pictures.
I might DM somebody tonight. Get your phone. Let's go.
Yeah, so I mean, for a
But
lot
like
of people,
fun, lovable, or you can get risque.
a lot of it
and
is
do-
like really just making sure that they know that you're thinking about them even when you're apart. Because unfortunately, like one of the things that people love about being in a relationship is having a witness to life, a witness to experiences. Oh my gosh, the funniest thing just happened, or can you believe this? And so if you're not sharing those mundane daily things, even the small things like, oh, my dog did this or whatever, then your person's kind of missing out. So make sure you're sharing those things, but then also keep the sexy time going. Like it's very important to be able to have phone sex, to just share that you're interested in that way.
But what about those issues that people have in long distance relationships when it comes to the trust? We've talked about this before, to where it's a little more difficult to trust someone who's across the country or who you
Well, the
don't
truth
see
is,
every day.
yeah, the truth is, if somebody's going to cheat, they'll cheat even when they're in the same bed with you. I mean, it doesn't always have to, it's not going to like up the ante for long distance relationships. So checking in with somebody and just saying like, how are we doing? Anyway, DM me. Like I was going to say, like everybody DM me the word check-in. I'll send over what I
What
tell
you
all my
want to say?
clients. What I tell all my clients is to do a weekly check-in and a monthly check-in. And it's especially important for long distance relationships because you may not really, you're just assuming that things are going well, but they may not be. You might be feeling super connected and they might not be. And for any couple, when you're disconnected, that's when trouble starts to eke in.
Now, okay, to that point, because I've heard this a lot, especially in therapy, that check-ins are important. But if you ask a man, you know, hey, just checking to make sure everything's okay, he'd be like, I'm good.
Yeah, it has to be very specific.
Like he's not.
It has to be like, hey, do you have anything really stressful going on this week that I can support you with?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Is it long distance if they in jail?
That is a great question.
Yes.
Very much.
Well, they ain't going nowhere. They in one place. There are some very strong relationships that started in the penitentiary.
Yeah.
That have come out to be, I know several friends that came out of the penitentiary and really became loyal to the person who held them down while they were locked in, because it's like, man, she was my everything when I was in there. She called me every day.
She
wrote
checked
letters.
in and she did
And then when he got out, he was a changed man, and he was like, I dedicated my life.
They prioritized communication because that's all they could
That's
do.
all they can do.
Yeah. So,
Good.
I mean, if y'all have ever heard of the show Love is Blind, they tend to do a lot of communicating, and that's how they feel emotionally connected. We can take some notes. Yeah.
All right, so you can have in jail.
I was trolling. I asked that for the algorithm.
That was a great question. And everybody's not always as open and honest as all of us here today. But we still want to give the opportunity to ask Doc some advice that's personal, so we can disguise your voice. You don't have to say your name. and it usually gets a little steamy because of those things. This is our anonymous question.
Hey, at night. Every time me and my girl have sex, when we done, she busts out her toy and keeps on going. Something like that Energizer Bunny. She be shaking and shit. Think she a sex addict. That can't be healthy, right?
Oh, shoot.
Oh, man, you done fell for the okie doke. You're the expert.
You tell me what you think. Is
But
that a
when I
sex
hear
addict?
that, first of all, she's definitely not a sex addict. You just not putting it down, man. I feel like there's a healthy way that she could have communicated with him, because clearly he's insecure about the process, because literally he says, when we're done, she pulls out the toy.
Yeah.
So that's ego killer right there.
Yeah.
Like, she at least could have pretended to go to sleep or go to the other room or something.
She's like, I'm just getting warmed up.
And he just felt like he did his thing, he done, and then she pulled out the rose. That'll kill a man's ego right there.
She need to ghost his ass.
Oh. Just because everybody can't put it down, Gina. But I think if she could say, hey, these are the things that turn me on. This is what I like. Hey, it's not maybe bring out the sex toy before y'all as foreplay.
Uh-huh.
So therefore, you guys
telling
can
her
reach
what she
that.
can or can't do with her toy is not a good idea.
No, but I'm saying if he said, is she a sex addict? I'm saying if they're a couple, clearly they're together.
Yeah.
So because clearly she's not caring about his feelings.
I don't know about that. What I would say is, from the details that we have, which are very few, I'm thinking she can orgasm multiple times and he cannot. So she's not going to let that bring her down.
But so as a sex therapist and relationship expert, if the goal for us is to create a union and communicate.
Yes.
If you can't communicate clearly to the person that you are sharing yourself with, that you're in love with, that you may need more, and therefore he won't be thinking that she's a sex addict, it would be better to say, hey, well, let's figure out what's our healthy balance to where I'm not intimidated by whatever you bring into the table.
I love all that, but we're assuming that this is her problem. He can say, like, oh, are we not done yet?
He's the one that asked the question.
Right, but he's labeling her a sex addict instead of saying, oh, can you have multiple orgasms? That's amazing. I want to be a part of it.
So that's what he should say.
He could turn it into something positive instead of something that takes away. Because we also don't want her to get very insecure or self-conscious.
He's already insecure and self-conscious.
But there's
what about him?
Okay.
He asked the question.
He thought they were done, so he should be satisfied.
What about his feelings, Doc?
But he cannot go more.
I don't think this is not about sex. I don't believe
What do you think it's about?
This is about his feelings.
You think she's done, she's satisfied, but she's just going to keep going to just drill it into
No, see? And I think this is where a lot of relationships have issues, because women don't think about that men are vulnerable and have feelings as well.
Okay.
I'm just saying. Because we laugh.
But why is he upset when they both got off?
I don't think he's upset. He's hurt. There's a difference. Because, because we laugh and we joke.
Can we hear it back? Can we hear it one more time?
We can, because we laugh and we joke and we make fun of a guy like that, but every guy's not well endowed the way that every guy can't go all night. So it's a very vulnerable scenario, sex in general, for a lot of people. And if you're not compatible and you haven't communicated with one another, then now all of a sudden, where we could have had some conversations before sex or how we can go about this, now I feel like I did my thing. And then all of a sudden, you still going over there by yourself, and I'm over here Hurt.
Okay, no, I completely agree with you that they need to communicate about it, but why can't he be like excited for her? Why can't he be like,
He can,
Yes,
but he's
keep
hurt
going.
first.
but why is he hurt?
Because he has some things that he is not.
He needs therapy, is what you said.
He
Yeah.
definitely need. We all need
He
therapy.
can't give her no more dick because he don't got enough to give her.
Exactly. And that can hurt a man.
He don't have enough dick for her.
And that's what he's saying. That's what I feel like
And he
he's saying.
probably came quick.
Yeah.
He's leaving out shit.
Yes, we need more detail.
But that's what I get from that. Run it back one more time.
Let's get one more. Okay, we're gonna get into it.
Hey, at night. Every time me and my girl have sex, when we done, she busts out her toy and keeps on going and going and going. Something like that Energizer Bunny. She be shaking and shit. I think she a sex addict. That can't be healthy,
Now
right?
that's he's projecting.
Okay, yeah, he's projecting.
He was
Okay.
projecting.
Okay.
But at the core, he's hurt that when he did all he could do, and she like, I need you. And that makes a man feel less of a man.
Okay, I have another question just to kind of flip the script a little bit. When a man lasts too long, is he as concerned for how she feels?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, because then
They just want to keep going and going and going.
no, because then that can hit the ego as well. Because if you gotta go forever and she still ain't came,
No. He keeps going because maybe he's got delayed ejaculation. He
where's
keeps
the
going.
problem?
She has to receive this. It's a physiological thing.
But what is? I mean, because that's a whole different issue. But I'm saying,
Let's say she came,
okay,
but he hasn't, and he's just going to keep going until he does. He may not. I'm not. Look, we don't know these people, but
we don't.
There's like, if we flip it, that happens as well. Where she keeps going. Well, he might be going inside of her, and she might be like, okay,
I'm done.
I'm
oh
done.
my God.
Like, can we take a break? Like,
But the goal, I mean, if we're giving this young man advice, would be communication before sex.
chances are she's not a sex addict, sir. But you can ask her, like, hey, is there something more that we can do to really make you feel satisfied? Or should I just be impressed that you can have so many orgasms?
That was a great question. And speaking of, we're going to open up the floor if anyone here has any questions or comments for our experts. It don't have to be about your personal life. But please step up to the mic if you got it.
Hi.
What's up?
What's your name?
My name is Will.
Hi, Will.
Hey, Lil.
So my question is, when I was younger, I was burned horribly all over my head. I had a whole bunch of surgeries where I could never grow hair. So what I wear is a male unit. So when I'm dating people, sometimes I tell them honesty is the best. I tell them first date. Once again, they ghost me like Casper. So, and then I wait a couple, later on, and then they say, you should have told me from month. But I feel like I take my hair off just like you do at the end of the night. So,
Talk your talk.
so it's like, when is the best time to, say it?
I salute you. First of all, your man unit looks good. Rock your stuff.
I'm giving this one to you, Gina.
But my advice, man to man, like clearly you're someone who's been through a lot, and then also it has produced confidence.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I believe that that's normally what's attractive to women. They're attracted to confident men. So whenever you do it, long as you offering your whole self, whether it's first date or however it comes up in conversation, if you do it with the level of confidence that you have right now, I think you're gonna.
Yeah.
And then if she can't accept it, she wasn't the right one in the first place.
Yeah. Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I always tell them to lie.
Keep doing what you're doing. If they miss out.
Yeah.
And you saying both y'all take y'all hair off is hilarious. This one is speeding by. Of course, we get it in at night around here, but we also have to go outside and talk that talk. Let's see what's going on out in them streets. What's in the bag at night? We out here on Sunset in front of the famous Hustler Hollywood store. We making it happen. Well, what's in the bag? Good cat, hoe bag. Sukiana on the front, so I know you on some freak shit. Clearly this is for you. Got some sloppy toppy candy.
Wow. Wow.
Those were very open and honest people. And
Yes.
shouts out to my man at the end where he had the mail rolls.
Yeah.
And it was, he ain't ever got to worry about it getting pregnant.
That's right.
He ain't got to take it nowhere. He ain't got to take it to dinner. It's just right.
You don't get
Was that
ghosted.
your first worry?
I'm saying, I was like, this smart man. Now, but clearly people, go to sex shops all the time. Is that something that you encourage them to do in the four intimacy styles?
Absolutely. I think that one of the things that we don't do enough is go out and explore what's out there. Some people, not that au naturel is fine too, but if you're going to be with somebody for a long time, having variety is so important. And the way that our brains work, like we get excited by seeing something new and different. And sometimes it can be intimidating, but the people at these stores are pros. Like they can tell you exactly what something is and isn't. So
Right.
I'm a big fan of head over to your neighborhood store and just learn, even if it's just a little field trip, just a little research. It's fun.
Just take a field trip just to the sex shop.
Exactly. If you have a
Take the group
girlfriend,
chat with you. And
if you have a girlfriend who's never had a vibrator, take her to the store and help her pick out her first vibrator.
You and all your friends?
Yes. Yeah.
It's like a christening.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's what's up.
Somebody pulled all them gadgets out on me and I left.
Really?
Yeah. Like a whip and he had like a closet. He had a closet.
Yeah, if he got a closet, that's you should have left.
Yeah, I had to get up out of there.
If he had like one or two,
He had a Lord.
he had a collection.
Oh, what?
He had the bottom.
The bottom?
Like the bottom. Like
Oh,
this.
just the torso.
Yeah, this.
Oh, of the woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should have left.
I told you my Love Life of Tubi movie.
Well, this has been an amazing episode. Y'all clap it up for Gina Views and Dr. Vivianna Coles. And we'll catch you next time. Nick Cannon at Night.
If you like Nick Cannon at Night, you can watch it on YouTube or watch new episodes early and ad-free right now by joining Wondery Plus in the Wondery app, Apple Podcasts, or Spotify. Before you go, tell us about yourself by completing a short survey at Wondery.com/survey.